Lx7.ca. From your ears to your brain, electronic music, Lx7.ca.
Alright, welcome to the show. It's Lx7.ca. I'm your host, Virgil Evans, and the show is There's Something in That Square. This week I thought I'd do something a little different. Of course, hey, it's a video podcast, and I thought I would do a little show and tell on how I did the PA. The previous episode of Lx7 that just went up is a live PA that I did for New Year's in Detroit. So while I was down there and I was checking it out, that was a great time and I had a lot of fun, but I had a lot more fun in the weeks and months prior to it trying to put together the little set that I have here. Now what I thought I'd do is for the people who have MPCs, maybe even MPC 4000s, or if you're using Ableton Live or some other software version of it, thought I'd show you what I did to get the PA together that you guys can hear or have heard from the podcast. So right now I have my Akai PC set up, and if I take it and I put it into track mode, I don't know if you can see that, there's track mode, and it brings up a 4x4 grid of tracks. Now what's really neat is I've gone and I've labeled all these tracks various different things. This one here being a kick, that one being another kick. I don't know if you can see here, we've got some safe snares. Now what's really neat is if you've ever used Ableton Live or anything like that, a lot of those guys in Ableton Live, they click, 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 and they turn things on and off. I thought, it must be possible to do that on the MPC. And this is what we got. Now what's really neat is I can take the MPC and even control this thing here. So like, if I click on this, which is a loop that I've set for the Nord, so you can hear that. So I got that thing in there. And what's really neat is I can turn them all on and off as I'm working. So you might be able to see back here, right there. Right in that spot there. If I mash on all the buttons, pretty cool. So I built myself a little track and a little grid, and if you go between the patterns, what I've tried to do is standardize how some of these sounds are. What I have, like my kicks, I generally put the kicks on the lower left-hand side. All the drums, I do the bottom two rows, and any synth sounds go in the upper left, while bass sounds go in the upper right. So if you can check it out, synths, bass, all the drums, and the kicks here. So if I go to the next pattern and hit that, see, now I've got my kick and synth sound from the next pattern. If I go back and turn this all off, so how cool is that? Kind of like Ableton Live, kind of like what they do with software. I've gone and used the hardware to give me a consistent way across the different pad banks of all my tracks. Now, because it's a live PA and it's all about building it and growing it and shaping it, what I try to do is go between the songs as if I'm mixing records. Pull the beats out, bring the beats back in, drop the bass, bring the bass back in, bring in some melody sounds, and just turn it into a little bit of an adventure. So, if you like what I'm doing here, and you got your hands on one of these, you can do it too, or do it in software. Either way, the secret is coming up with a consistent way to move between your tracks and turn things on and off. So let me give you a bit of a show. Of course, only one-handed, because the other hand's holding this, the camera. So let's do this. I'm doing with the gear. It's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. And look out for more. I'm gonna try and do a couple more PAs. Take all my songs, put them together, and turn them into a little show and tell of what I got going on. So, until next time, thank you, and keep dancing. Lx7.ca.